Even though it's only been out a day and a bit more time is probably needed to do a full review, I thought we could certainly take a look, an early look, at Pokemon Unite, which is Nintendo's entry into the MOBA genre, which stands for Massive Online Battle Arena for those who are new to this type of game. And I will say for its first entry, it succeeds. Pokemon Unite is basically Nintendo's version of League of Legends or Dota or Heroes of the Storm, but it certainly does enough differently to stand out from the crowd. While Pokemon Unite plays similar to other MOBAs with characters that level up during battles, which unlock new abilities, and there's, specific lane pushing that you need to do towards a goal, it also plays a bit more like basketball. You collect energy by taking out neutral enemies and players on the opposing team. And once you've built up enough energy, you'll store it until you can score, or more so dunk it, really, into an enemy goal. You can be stopped if you take damage when you are trying to score, and if you die, you have to start all over again. There's teams that are made up of 5 players, and the team that scores the most at the end of the round wins. And speaking of rounds, by far one of the best things about Pokemon Unite is that the rounds are hard capped at 10 minutes. So unlike other MOBAs, which have matches that can sometimes go into the hours, a hard time limit of 10 minutes makes for very quick matches. So even if you're losing badly, it's not like you have to slog through the rest of a match, which could be easily another 20 minutes just to get a play again. And other MOBAs will sometimes penalize you for leaving those matches, so you just have to sit and take a brutal loss. And I will say, while this game just launched, there are 20 Pokemon to play as, not counting evolutions. You will need to unlock those other Pokemon, either through a lot of paytime or the dreaded microtransactions. But each Pokemon does have different roles, with it being ranged or a melee fighter, support type, attack type, or a defender, so you can find the Pokemon that best suits your playstyle. And inside of the matches, as you level up, your Pokemon will not only learn new moves, they'll also evolve if they're a Pokemon that can do so. And as you learn new attacks, you can begin to progress down specific paths, leveling up specific types of moves based upon who you're playing with or the battle arena that you're fighting in, giving you a wide variety of playstyles in the game. So it is, again, really impossible to do a full review of this game right now, so I just wanted to briefly go over what it is, and now I'll sort of share some thoughts on what I experienced playing it for the first time. I will say that graphically, I think it looks pretty good considering that it is a Switch game. I played it in handheld mode on the first day, where there's always going to be server issues, and I was very easily able to get into matches and play. The playstyle is fast. I will say there are several times where you will get into a specific area where you slow down, and man, do you slow down. It almost feels like you're at an absolute crawl. The arenas themselves are pretty generic, but I'm sure that will change over time. The Pokemon selection that we have right now is a pretty good variety of Pokemon throughout the series. You have everything from Pikachu to Charmander, who will level up to Charizard. You have the Alolan version of Vulpix, who can turn into Ninetales. So the roster itself is fun. I'm sure that over time there are going to be hundreds of Pokemon added to this if this game does succeed. It is also coming to mobile platforms as well as the Nintendo Switch. And while there's nothing specifically said that I have been able to find of whether or not there will be cross-platform play between the Switch and mobile, I certainly think that's probably going to be the case. I actually do think this game is going to succeed. I do think it's probably going to be pretty big if it continues going forward. I think it's really, really easy and accessible. The short match time really helps out the game. And really, it gets me thinking that what I really want now is just a Nintendo-inspired MOBA game. Let me have Link. Let me have Mario. Let me have Bowser. Basically, the Super Smash Bros. Roster in a MOBA, I think, would work really, really well. That was one of the things that Heroes of the Storm had going for it. Unlike Dota and League of Legends, which are just sort of using characters from sort of myths and legends, wolves, dragons, familiar animals. Here's the Storm took Blizzard characters that people were familiar with from Diablo and Warcraft and Overwatch and StarCraft and put them into a game. And that was something that sort of made that unique and fun. Well, Nintendo has a roster. Obviously, you need to look no further than Super Smash Brothers. You could have Link and Mario, Bowser, Luigi, all of those characters in this type of a game, this simple. The amount of money Nintendo could make off microtransactions would be absolutely bonkers, and I think it could be super, super fun. So I do hope that this game does well. In early impressions, I had quite a bit of fun with it. I'm probably going to be playing a bit more of it, but certainly early on impressions, which I think is probably all we can do at this point. These type of games are hard to review early on because there's server issues and you just need more time for more characters to come into the fold. But early on, I think it is absolutely worth checking out, and it's free to play.
If you like this episode, be sure to hit that subscribe button or check out our podcast on iTunes or come hang out on Twitch. We'll see you next time. And as always, thanks for watching.